Okay, so we have Gildan, Nomelia, and a Fellflame, two humanoids. Nomelia is going to be a problem for my Rose typing. Okay, let's start with the Rose typing. Let's see what he does. Oh, we start with the Fellflame. Well, I kind of want the Rose typing versus Gildan. Let's go ahead and dot up this Fellflame, though. We could maybe... I'm thinking about bringing in the Blazehound. Just because he's going to try to... Yeah, I was about to say... Because my Blazehound's an elemental, so the Scorched Earth is not going to... Oh, just went for the Conflagrate, huh? Well, do I swap or do I stay in? I mean, the Rose typing's not very useful versus Nomelia, but it is a strong pet nonetheless. Hmm. I feel like it's in my best interest to save my snake for later. Oh, and he crit me. That sucks. Alright. Well, no worries. Let's go for a swap. That'll bring in Gildan. I don't really have a good answer to Bubble on my team. I guess maybe he has for Adventure. Let's put down the trap and see if it can trigger instantly. It's a 1 in 4 chance. Okay. So it's going to hit me with Call Darkness. My Blazehound will just about die to dots, so... I think what I'll probably do is sacrifice the Blazehound. Try to take out, charge that bubble. Hopefully that Magma Trap does not go off right now. That would be really sad if it does. Okay. So I'll be able to... Let's see. Let's bring in the Rose type in, because I take weak damage from his attacks. Let's go for a Poison Fang, take out that bubble, and I need that trap to help me out here. I have my Beast Racial, so Puncture Wound's going to do a lot of damage, but I don't think it's going to kill him. Oh, this is huge. Does the trap go off? It hasn't been helping me so far. I'm going to assume the trap doesn't go off, and I'm going to blind him. Okay. So that paid off. Is he going to swap with a dot on him? He might. Let's go for the Puncture Wound in case he stays in. Okay, so he stayed in. Poison Fang. I guess he was trying to get that trap to go off. I mean, he did have a dot on him, so it was... that's why I was thinking he might stay in. Alright. So can my Enchanted Broom 1v1 Nomelia? Maybe. I mean, if she has turret, Sandstorm is a big problem for those turrets. But it also nerfs my damage, so... Let's go for Poison Fang. That trap actually just was completely useless. I wasted a global by pressing it. That's unfortunate. Okay, so Batter is not enough damage to kill him, even if it's a triple. I guess I just have to go for cleanup, huh? The trap's going to go off at the end of this turn anyway, so let's just kill him. Alright, and then we got a 1v1 here, but I don't know if I can win this. Let's go for Batter. Got a double. He has, she has turrets going. She might go for Deflection. If she deflections a Sandstorm, that is a big problem for me. I'm going to go for a Batter. Ah, no deflection yet. And she got a crit. Alright, oh, this is a huge mind game. When is the deflection going to come? Let's go for another batter. There's the deflection. Okay. She'll probably set up another build turret, and if she does, then I can block all that damage with Sandstorm. But I might not have enough damage to kill her because now my batters are going to be really weak. And her basic attack is actually kind of effective under Sandstorm because it's a ramp up. Oh, I forgot. I can just clean out the turrets. I'm dumb. I always forget that for some reason. Alright, a triple should kill. Oh, the double killed. Alright, that was a close game. Totally forgot I could just sweep away the turrets, but I also didn't have the ability on cooldown. Somehow I just forget that that ability has the ability to remove items. Because I don't really play the broom very often. I mean, I play it on Stone Grinder all the time. That's kind of what I brought the team. That's the idea here with the team is you use cleanup to set off the magma trap. Didn't really get to utilize that, but I just had to play to my win con. Okay, so that was 2 humanoids. I feel like Arphis should be very effective versus double humanoids. Which team would probably be better? I'm feeling like this team would be a little better. Because Mr. Delver's not going to do very well versus that Fell Flame. It's kind of a double counter there. Whereas my elemental is going to take weak damage. So we have 2 aquatics, right? Which is good versus the elemental. So it's really just, do I want an elemental on my team or do I want a mechanical on my team? If I get a rematch, this should be good. Okay, so we got Power Balance Kunai Runt. Probably starts with Anomalous. And actually both of these pets are not bad versus Anomalous. But which one would I rather start with? Probably the Primal Stormling. Yeah, so he starts with Anomalous. We'll bring in the Flyer unless he jukes. And then he'll probably stun me. I'm assuming he has Club. Do I want to go for Call Lightning? Let's go for Wild Winds in case he's weird and decides to swap Anomalous back in instead of just going for the stun. Okay, so he's probably going to go for Takedown. Which means I probably want to bring in my aquatic, but it's risky because what if he has Slicing Wind? Okay, so this brings in the lowest health pet. Maybe I should have started with a Tongue Lasher. Alright, let's swap him. He does have Slicing Wind. Yeah, I should have started with the Tongue Lasher. That was a misplay. It's probably going to cost me, but I'll see what I can get done with the Tongue Lasher. So he's not very good versus the humanoid, and I'm just going to die to AoE, so let's get as much damage into Anomalous as we can. And he is below his magic racial. I'm not sure why I didn't just go for one of these 2 abilities. I think that was a misplay. Because now I can, well, I could also swap him out. I gotta go for one of these abilities. I'm kind of thinking about using... No, I'll go for Call Lightning. That way it comes back off cooldown faster. And Anomalous is dead. So I don't have to worry about him maybe using Anomalous at low HP to eat the Ice Tomb. I think that was the right move. I'm very much on the back foot because I started with the wrong pet. In hindsight, I should have started with the Tongue Lasher so that once he stunned me, I could bring in the Primal Stormling. Alright, so once I am slowed... he is going to be faster than me. So I was thinking about swapping him, but then he's just going to stun me with Amber Prison anyways. I'll just get my dot rolling. And then I could either eat the guaranteed deep freeze, Or I could swap to Arfus and hope I don't get stunned. I think I'll do that. Okay, thank goodness. Oh no, he got the stun. Fuck. Well, he's probably going to go for takedown. Erg. Don't want to take the takedown. I guess I'll swap back, because if he has takedown, I don't want to take double damage. Okay. Well, let's refresh Wild Winds. I want to find out what he has. Yeah, he does have takedown, so that was good for me to swap, but also he went for Frost Shock like a weirdo. I guess he knew I was going to swap. Okay. I have an idea. Let's bring in Arfus. He did slow me, but he doesn't have Deep Freeze for one turn. So, does Bone Bite kill him? It actually does. Do I go for Zoomies? It's risky. I'm just going to go for Bone Bite. Because what if my Zoomies misses and I don't kill him? I do get a speed buff, which I wanted, but alright. Let's go for the Ice Tomb. He's going to stun me, but I'm going to stun him on the same turn. And then he's going to lose his flying racial. I think I'm in the clear here. In case he doesn't stun me, let's just send the Call Lightning. Okay, there's the stun, but he gets stunned on the same round. And, yeah, GG. So he has Slicing Wind. That's a little annoying. That last team I had would actually be a really good matchup into him. Because all three of my pets are pretty annoying for Anomalous. They're faster, and two of them can swap, one can blind. But I did just play it, so let's pick a different team. Mr. Delver is pretty annoying for... Mr. Delver is pretty annoying for Anomalous, so I could play either one of these teams and probably do fine. I guess I did just play... Yeah, let's play it. I did just play with Arfus, so I'll play with this team. Although I feel like this team might do a little better versus him. Maybe? Maybe not. I mean, I think the Hermit Crab might be a little more useful because he has Bubble. This guy just has Dive. This team actually hasn't lost for me. It's 9-0. I'm surprised. It doesn't look like that good of a team, but I guess, you know, it does have some decent synergy. We got Acid Rain buffing my Hermit Crab. We have some good coverage here because obviously Mr. Delver doesn't do good versus aquatics, but look at all this aquatic damage. Or sorry, he doesn't do good versus elementals, but look at all this aquatic damage I have. I can't speak or think or use my brain. But yeah, so good coverage there to cover my weakness to elementals. Dreadful Breath is weak to beast pets. Well, no problem. I got all this mechanical damage. Got two decoy breakers, so it kind of has like everything I'm looking for in a team. We got decoy breaker, weather changer, coverage, decent synergy. I'm just surprised it's actually like undefeated so far. Wrong breed, Phosphorette, Little Ursoc, and Twilight. What does Ursoc do? He has Feed and then Rend Flesh. Just big cooldowns. Damn, that's a lot of damage. Holy fuck. 700 damage. Alright, well, Mr. Delver is going to be my MVP here because he has two beast pets. I don't want him to use that Call Darkness, so... let's swap him out. Let's see if he jukes. No juke. Okay. Let's go for build turret. Okay. Surge of Light I don't think will kill me. Yeah, especially I was worried I might give him his beast racial, but that didn't end up happening, so that's good. Let's bring in Blight Breath. Blight Breath is pretty useless versus this team because his AoE is weak to beasts, and he takes strong damage from critter attacks, so maybe I just go for Toxic Smoke. I think I'll go for Acid Rain first. Nice, yeah, and that's exactly why. I'm stressed out about missing. I do not want to miss a Toxic Smoke. Plus, if Twilight decided to swap out, I could just kill him with Dreadful Breath. All right. He'll probably go for Call Darkness here. Don't know if it's worth going for Dreadful Breath. I think Toxic Smoke might be a little better. I don't think swapping is smart. Maybe I could swap to the Hermit Crab. I think I'll just stay in. I feel like I'm ahead, so it's in my best interest to not try to outplay myself by swapping too much. Let's keep spamming Toxic Smoke. I don't think it's worth going for Dreadful Breath. It's weak damage to beasts, and I don't have Cleansing Rain up. Yeah, let's go for one more Toxic Smoke. He has Refuge instead of Crouch with only one critter. That's helpful. Mostly it's helpful that he doesn't have the speed. Alright, let's bring in... I want to bring in Mr. Delver, but like, what if I miss my hammer? That's really bad. Oh well, let's risk it. Okay, so a low roll pinch will not kill him. A low roll dive will. Let's go for build turret. The game is long enough, it'll be worth pressing. Plus, like, build turret is a little less affected by darkness than missile. If I miss a missile, it's just 0 damage, whereas like if one tick of turret misses, it's not a big deal. I think it can still miss, but let's go for a bubble because he might have gone for a feed, and yeah, Hermit Crab should be able to clean up at this point. All right, pinch is stacked up, so he should die here. Okay, so having a mechanical would probably be a good idea. Because those are 2 really good beast pets. The critter is a good pet, but he's the wrong breed, and he should probably be running Crouch since he only has 1 critter. Maybe I play another pet with another team with Mr. Delver. I think, yeah, I'm gonna play this team, see how it does. It should do well versus either of these last 2 teams because Mr. Delver is fantastic versus Anomalous. He's really good versus these beast pets, and then Arphis is, well, great if I queue into the Kunlai run or these 2 humanoids that were together. The Korthik Swarmling's a little annoying, especially because he has Slicing Wind, but that might be okay. It's not a pet I see very often. Generally, you just try to take out its flying racial, and then it's pretty useless because it's only 260 speed. It's really only powerful with its racial. It's also kind of only powerful like 1v1 because the combo is stun takedown, and then you can just swap when you get stunned, and then you don't take double damage. I guess having a beast would be good right now because there's okay. This pet has darkness. This pet has darkness. This pet has darkness. That pet has humanoid attacks. But that pet has mechanical damage, so it could work out having a beast. I was thinking about playing Rot Breath, but versus two beasts, that's probably not a great idea. Ooh, this team would probably be pretty good. So Nightshade is like my favorite pet for countering Anomalous. It's so good. And he's also just super strong pet regardless. Really good versus Anomalous, good versus Twilight Clutch Sister, decent versus MPD and Idols. Not very useful if he's slower, but he does still have a weather changer, which is helpful. This team has a lot of mechanical damage, so if I queue into double beasts, it could do okay. Or it would do good. I was going to say I got ahead of myself in my thought process. So I was thinking, okay, I just saw double beasts. What if I queue into elementals now? That's why I love the Snapdragon, is he gives me a fighting chance if I queue into somebody trying to like rock paper scissors me by playing elementals, because like that's the common thing you'll see after queuing into like double beasts is they'll go, okay, I bet he's going to queue a mechanical like Mr. Delver, which is exactly what I'm doing. And so then he'll bring like two elementals or three. And if I have the Snapdragon, then I have some coverage versus elementals. And I mean, I probably should lose versus like a family brawler of elementals with this team, but I at least have a fighting chance with the Snapdragon. It's also possible he's going to see that I had the Hermit Crab and then the Blight Breath, because that's a lot of aquatic damage there. He might be thinking, okay, a better option than elementals is like maybe magic pets. I mean, magic isn't going to be great versus Mr. Delver, but it will take weak damage from my Hermit Crab. If I was countering this team, I would probably play like Cyclone. Because about the only thing that I can do about Clone Dance is try to use Hammer to stall the Rain Dance or the Lucky Dance. And then, yeah, Cyclone's going to really counter my bubble and hit my crab hard to begin with. We might see a Clone Dance team here in a second. Or, of course, Sandstorm. But I'm hoping not to see any more Sandstorm, because that is boring. This team would probably do really well versus that last team because the Deathwatch Hatchling takes weak damage from darkness, and he's strong versus the critter, and he can outspeed all these pets. MPD is a big problem for his team because he has no decoy breaker, And he has like hard-hitting cooldowns. Um, Nightshade Sproutling's good versus Anomalous and Twilight. Oh yeah, Twilight's another pet that does not like fighting. Let's see here. You might start with the Nexus Whelpling. Let's start with Mr. Delver and see what he does. But yeah, Nightshade Sproutling is a pet that Anomalous does not have. Sorry, that Twilight does not have fun versus. This guy has strong damage versus me. I'm going to swap him out unless he jukes. And then this guy has weak damage versus me, so I mean probably. He could technically have Seer Magic, which would make me very sad. Oh wait, no, it doesn't work with my turrets because it's on my side. He's going for Frost Breath Whale. That's weak to Arthas. Maybe I bring in Arthas? I have a hammer in 3 turns. Alright, I'm going to bring in Arthas. I can throw up an Ice Tomb. Ah, he swapped. Dang it. Maybe I should swap back to Mr. Delver. Might be too late. I might just have to accept that I got outplayed and sacrifice my undead. Yeah, alright, we'll trade. I feel like this is a 2v2 I can maybe win. It's gonna have a mechanic. Oh, actually, maybe I can save Arthas now. Maybe. Yeah, I can, because I can bring in Mr. Delver, eat weak damage from Mana Surge, and then swap him before he takes my mechanical racial. And that swap means that the spawn of Nathus eats the Ice Tomb. Yeah, that's a good idea. He's not going to get stunned because of Arcane Winds, but it's still eating that damage. And then, let's see. Let's go for a missile. 2 should kill him. Oh, huge crit. That was, yeah, that was probably the game right there. All right, so he has Minefield, but that's how much damage? 528? That actually won't kill Arthas. Does he have any way to get rid of my turrets? He sure doesn't. Let's throw out a turret. He has Batter, and I'm faster. That's unlucky. I'm not sure why he's running this pet. Maybe he has Explode. I want to save Mr. Delver, I think. Let me bring in Arthas. Oh, he has Toxic Smoke. Alright, so I can go for an Ice Tomb. The only thing he can do about it is Explode. Which, I'm happy enough, I think, if he does that. And then we'll go for Bone Bite for the guaranteed damage. Arcane Winds means that he won't get slowed, but... Oh, I can do exactly the same combo as before. This is actually kind of treacherous because... Yeah. If you wanted to, like, use a dodge or something, I could just swap him out. Or a dive. Or an explode, right? So we'll just swap in that Nexus Whelpling, and he's going to eat an Ice Tomb and a turret. I don't think I need my Snapdragon. I didn't really think about how good this combo would be until it kind of played out. I mean, it's not going to work if I'm fighting a faster pet, but then I have Zoomies to maybe outspeed him. Probably it's worth it. It's not worth going for build turret at this point because the game's only like 3 more rounds. Even if the game's 4 rounds, the turret damage doesn't happen till the end. So yeah, it's better for me to just go for upfront damage. That crit earlier really sealed the deal. It would have been much closer otherwise. But at this point, I got his mechanical ratio. I can just kill him with Call Lightning. He probably has Explode. Let's find out if he has Explode. I bet he'll press it. Oh, nope, he did have Screeching Gears. Well, that's good to know. That is weird, though. Why would you run a Screeching Gears pet with Arcane Storm? Okay, I was thinking about playing this team. Any other teams that I can think of? The thing about this team is like it would be a good matchup into like Anomalous or Twilight. It's kind of overkill if I queue into that team because the Nightshade and the MPD are just like top 10 pets. But I kind of feel like I'm not going to queue into that same guy. Maybe what I'll do is I'll queue this team, but I'll just wait a second so that it's a lower chance that I'll queue into that guy because I would like to fight like a team like this or like that with this team. But I'm just going to wait like 30 more seconds and then queue because I would like to give this guy an opportunity to queue into somebody else and not me. He had weird moves on the bombling. He should have probably had Minefield and Explode. Or, well, maybe just not the Nexus Whelpling. I guess Screeching Gears is okay. But you don't want it with a Nexus Whelpling, that's for sure. Oh, maybe I could play this team. Yeah, I feel like this. If I get the rematch versus this last player, this would be a little more fair. I mean, I still have the Nightshade Sproutling. That's going to be a huge problem for his team, but at least I don't have the MPD. I feel like the knockoff Blingtron's less OP than the MPD, but I could accomplish more or less the same thing, which is to take weak damage from Arcane Storm. This team won't be quite as strong versus Anomalous, but it should be okay. The Nightshade Sproutling is like one of the best pets versus Anomalous. Probably the three best pets versus Anomalous are going to be like Karaji Guardling, Nightshade Sproutling, and then maybe the MPD. MPD's not that great. I could probably think of another pet that is a little better, but it is technically a perfect counter because it's mechanical with Dragon Kid damage, and it's just fairly faster. But Anomalous has a decoy breaker, so it's not that fantastic. I would prefer a pet like Mr. Delver or the Blazehound. The Blazehound is one of my all-time favorites because if you're fighting someone clever and they try to juke your swap, Retrieve is uniquely valuable because it's one of the few swaps that specifically targets the highest health pet to swap in. And Anomalous is just always going to be the lowest health pet on the team. Like I can't think of another pet that has lower health than Anomalous. Especially that I would ever see in PvP. Which is exactly what should be nerfed about him, by the way. I don't have a problem, I don't think, with his move set. I think it's cool for pets to have, like, OP move combos, but his stats are just completely ridiculous. That attack power needs to be brought in line with, like, like, it should just be brought down to 325, I think, and that'd be perfectly fair. I wouldn't lose sleep over it being nerfed down to, like, 305 or something. But the fact that he has so much attack power and then he loses health, he doesn't care about the health because of his racial. It's insane. Or even if he lost like some speed, because the speed is really dangerous too. Yeah, I guess if they're randomly playing the Cursed Dune Watcher, then they could maybe. Yeah, okay, that's about the only pet that I can think of that would be that you could like juke the Blazehound's swap ability and then have it bring an anomalous. Because you could just have like anomalous in the top slot, Curse Dune Watcher in the next slot, and then like a high health pet. And then if I go for retrieve, you bring in your high health pet, and then it'll bring in anomalous since he was the number 1 slot pet. But yeah, that's the odds of that happening are pretty low. And yeah, Blazehound is not fun for anomalous whatsoever. I guess Sandstorm in general is just the best combo for anomalous, but that's boring. But yeah, that's why I always say the Karaji Guardling's the best counter for anomalous, is because he's faster, and then he has Sandstorm, and you don't really have to play any mind games. You can just stun him, hit him with Sandstorm. About the only mind game you have to play is, okay, do you have the weather changer or not? And if you're playing a team like this with 2 Sandstorm pets, you literally don't even have to play that mind game. You literally just stun, Sandstorm, swap, Quicksand, Sandstorm, and Anomalous dies in 3 turns, or in 3 attacks. No mind games required. How are we doing on games so far? I think I'm at 4. I'll play for one more win, because these queues are a little rough right now, and I'll call it for now. So one more win, and we'll wrap it up. Hopefully, I can get a win with this team. I mean, it's very similar to one of my favorite teams that I've been playing a lot, which is basically I just swapped in knockoff Blinktron for Mr. Delver. I feel like the Mr. Delver variant is better because that speed with the swap is very strong. But I trade it for a Minefield, which can situationally be pretty nice. Versus an Elemental, it's not going to be super good, but let's start with the Nightshade, because he's faster than all of these pets, and if he goes for a Poison Protocol, I can blind it. I'll go ahead and blind the Elemental, because he's probably about to go for a strong dot versus me. He sure did. Let's go ahead and hit him with Call Darkness, and then I want to get on out of here. My Mechanical's not going to be good versus the Fetid Wavelink, so I'm pretty pigeonholed into bringing in my Aquatic, and if he's smart, he'll swap out, but we'll see. Yeah, this is a really good matchup for me, though, because all he has probably are dots, and my racial is great versus dots, so I could go for a dive here. Let's do it. See if he stays in. If he stays in and I land this dive, I think it'll be pretty hard for him to come back from that. Yeah, he should have swapped out. Because this pet is really good versus my Mechanical, and he can use it to like take weak damage from Booby Trap Presence. So Water Jet should kill him. Hopefully we don't miss. Okay. No misses, so that's good. Now this guy probably has a 100% stun chance right now. Actually, he definitely has a 100% stun chance no matter what he's running. I think I will just go for Call Lightning. Because I'm probably about to get stunned, so yeah, I missed. It's fine. We die to the dot, which gives me a free swap to somebody. I think that somebody should probably be my Mechanical, because I want to take advantage of that weather. And also I like the Nightshade Sproutling matchup versus Tinytron, so let's go for Make It Rain. He might have a crouch, but weirdly, this crouch ability is like... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to go for Inflation to counter that crouch arbitrarily. This crouch ability is arbitrarily just worse than crouch because it only lasts for 2 turns, while most crouch abilities last for 3, like extra plating. So it's just a undertuned ability. I mean, it's a shorter cooldown, but that doesn't really help you out because that means you're wasting more turns not doing damage and pressing your crouch ability. All right, well, this was a pretty straightforward win. He probably could have won if he didn't let me kill his elemental there with my aquatic, but it's going to be okay. We'll go for Make It Rain and then Inflation until one of us is dead. It'll probably be me first, but Nightshade should have no trouble. Oh, we survived. That's good. Nightshade should have no trouble cleaning up this mechanical. He has Shattered Defenses on him, so I can just go for a Lash, and I think a double actually just kills him. A triple definitely will. Oh yeah, I need a triple. Oh, no I don't. I had the dot ticking, plus I got a crit, so... Queues are a little bit slow, so I'm going to take a break for now. Call it for the video. But the teams I'm queuing into are pretty fun, so when I come back, I'll try to play some fun teams and see what I queue into. So, hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.